What's up, YouTube? My name is Bigboysnacksjonnytv, aka What Kind of Snacks You Want, because I got plenty to go around. This is my WWE NXT review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please go watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content like this on the channel. Follow my social media down below in the description, and go check out my WWE Raw review on highlights that I did on the channel yesterday. Because it was WWE Raw was an hour show, and I give it a five out of 10. Alright, and thank you guys so much for coming out to my live stream tonight for my WWE NXT Watch Along live reactions. No More Contenders Tag Team Gauntlet match. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE NXT was a good show, and I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It says, here's a place to check out results and comment along with the newest episode of WWE NXT airing live on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time slot on CW. Advertised for tonight. New top contenders will be found for both the North American Championship and the Tag Team Championship. Ricky Starks will find out his first challenger after a fatal four-way match, putting Eddie Thorpe versus Wesley versus Lexis King versus Ethan Page, and while Fraxium next challenger will come by way of the Gauntlet match plus two more qualifying for the Women's North American Championship ladder match will round out the field and more. Come right back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time when the NXT Live blog kicks off once the show starts on CW. A running record of everything that happens will be below this line here. Enjoy the show. He have he'll have you down on your knees. You play his fatal game. He satisfies you every need. You'll never be the same. But me, I'm just here to live blog this pro wrestling show for you folks. The show wastes no time getting into the action tonight. So we get the first match. So we get All Ego Ethan Page versus Ador versus Les King versus Wesley for the NXT North American Championship No One Contenders match in the Fatal 4-Way match. This was a good match to kick up the show. Lexis King and Wesley wipe out oppositions, the oppositions. What was that? Lexis King and Wesley wipe out the opposition, all, filling out up and over down and drop down giant step. Eddie Thorpe and Page circling Lexis King backs off, but all three men take turns hammering him with strikes, and he gets dumped to the floor. Eddie Thorpe landing on Ethan Page, snap German suplex, and a boot on Wesley's sick kick when Lexis King comes back, but all equal Page breaks it up. Wesley holding court in control for a moment, but he gets stacked up in the corner, and everybody takes a turn. Lexis King charge, and everybody dodges, and he gets posted and falls to the floor. Eddie Thorpe and Wesley at it. Oh, he goes to Page, gets involved with a low bridge to Eddie Thorpe. Back body drop, put Wesley on the apron. Code breaker and the ropes covered. Nope. Fighting in the turnbuckles, juggling for position, and Wesley gets the Tower of Doom. Eddie Thorpe and Wesley trading right hands in the aftermath. Ethan Page recovers waistlock on Eddie Thorpe. He fights out, but all ego. Ethan Page lower bridges him and rolls after him. And Wesley takes Lexis King out with a dive. Ethan Page shoves Eddie Thorpe into Ricky Saints, and the champion's experience ends up getting ejected by the referee. Now here's my issue. So you mean to tell me that that 80 Thorpe show that 80 hold on. So Ethan Page shoves 80 Thorpe into Ricky Saints. So Ricky Saints defended himself. So the referee ejected Ricky Saints from ringside. Tell me how's that possible? All Ricky Saints do was just defending himself. That's all I gotta say. But Ricky Saints gets ejected from ringside. I did not like that at all. All right, let's move on. So we go to commercial break. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break. Wesley Wesley down and out. Ethan Page scoops and slams him into Lexus King and then throws Lexus King into Eddie Thorpe. All Ego Ethan Page, All Ego's Edge blocks by Lexus King. Coordination deny. Ethan gets him over into a Boston Crab. Eddie Thorpe adds a crossface and both men have submission locks in. Wesley slides in and grabs an arm lock, but Eddie Thorpe lets go to stomp him and kicks all ego. Ethan Page has a Lexus King in an electric chair, and Wesley dives to lay everybody out. Back and forth, Eddie Thorpe off the top rope with an elbow drop. Wesley takes him out with a mirror euro and turns coordination from Lexus King. Twisted, twisted grin from All Ego Ethan Page is over. The winner of the match, All Ego Ethan Page, wins by pinfall with Twisted Grand on Alexis King become no more contender to the NXT North American Championship. That was a good Fatal 4 match to kick off the show. Post match, Ethan Page gets on the mic. He says Ricky Stanks was expecting to see him here, but everybody remembers the first, and he ruined Ricky Stanks' first title win here, and he also going to ruin his first title defense. Ricky Stanks returns and takes All Ego out with a spear and holds his title high. All right, Jordan Grace gets a high reel all about her journey through the Indies and her transformation from the mousy powerhouse. I first became acquainted with watching Beyond Wrestling a decade ago to the blonde juggernaut we see today and how she's gonna win the title at Standard Delivery, and we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Soroka and Zaria are bickering in front of an audience, and Keelani Jordan rolls up to say she's gonna win the NXT Women's North American Championship. EC Dane rolls up to say she likes the old Keelani Jordan, but she's gonna be the one who wins. They leave, and Saruga says either she or Zarya is going to win, and Zarya agrees. But here's my thing: if Zarya wins the women's ladder match to become the NXT Women's North American Champion, you know Zarya is going to turn on Saruka, and that's all I gotta say. I can definitely see that at NXT Standard Delivery. NXT Standard Delivery. That's all I can say. That if Zarya wins to become the new NXT Women's North American Champion, Zarya is going to turn on Saruka. I guarantee you. And I'm going to call it straight down the middle. All right. So we get Lola Bice versus Tatum Paxley. This was a decent. Yeah, so we get Lola Bice versus Tatum Paxley for the NXT Women's North American Championship qualifying match. This was a decent match. Tatum Paxley with mind games early. Race lock standing switch. Lola Bice with a takedown out of it and into a schoolboy, and Lola Bice counters into a triangle choke. Tatum Paxley chokes triangle choke. Tatum out of it. Elbow and forearms race slide, takedown and rolling over into a bridging four draw armbar. But Lola Vice reverses back into a triangle choke. Shifting gears, side headlock, grinding Tatum Paxley down. Shot off takedown. Tatum Paxley rolls to the floor. Lola Vice follows and falls to stop her claw under the ring. Gigi Dolan jumps at her. Tatum Paxley pulls her shoulders into the frame of the ring with a race lock, and we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Tatum Paxley with an elbow and an insecurity swinging neck breaker cross body in the corner, whips across, and she does it again. Knees up in the third try, axe kick, which axe kick Lola Vice back her into the opposite corner to marching speedball kicks. A little hip shimmy to let up and hip attack, dragging her into the ring, cover for two. Fireman's carry, Tatum Paxley slips out, cover for two. Back and forth, near falls. Tatum Paxley to the apron, cross chop to the throat. She climbs on the second and dives in, but Lola Vice cuts her off with a kick and sets her up. The winner of the match, Lola Vice, wins by pinfall with their Urang qualifying for the ladder match for the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship at NXT Standard Delivery. This was a decent match. All right, this is a good highlight reel video right here. Julia gets the next hype reel. upset that Stephanie McCure didn't call her and offer a rematch in the time she was away and talking about the other two and our obstacle on her way to Stephanie McCure. And so we go to break. That was a good highlight. That was a good hype reel by Julia. I enjoyed that. And so we get to go to break. Back from commercial, Ava Rain is surrounded by all the women who missed out on the NXT Women's North American Championship. She says they're going to have a three-way tag team match with Vader Influence, Meta Girls, and Gigi Dolan and Tana Pasley, and the winner will get a tag team title shot next Tuesday. But here's my thing: where is the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship at? Y'all should have brought back the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. It would make total sense if y'all would have bring back the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. That would make total sense right there because NXT Women's Division knows how to carry NXT, but the only thing that's missing is the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. I wouldn't mind if they brought back NXT Women's Tag Team Champions instead of going after the other WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. That's all I gotta say. That's just my opinion. I'm going to stand on it. Roxanne Perez rose up to complain about being left out, and Ava says if she can find somebody willing to team with her, she'll make it a four-way. You know it's gonna be Cora Jade. It is what it is. Alright, so we get the next match. Hank Walker and Tank Legger versus Josh Briggs and Yashi Aramura versus No Quarter Cash Crew, Miles Byrne and Tavion Heights versus Colin Brooke Jensen and Nico Vice versus Tyreek Eagley and Tyson DuPont. NXT Tag Team Championship number one contenders gauntlet match. This was the match of the night this was the match of the night. Hank and Tank start opposite Tyreek Eagley and Tyson DuPont. Tyson DuPont and what's his name, Tank Legger to start. Tyson Eagley with a huge, impressive leaping Larry into the corner. Tag to Tyreek Eagley working Tank over, but soon enough he tags Walker in, and they sandwich Tyreek in the middle of the ring and adds an assisted power slam to the mix cover. Hank and Tank eliminate Tyreek Eagley and Tyson DuPont with an assisted power slam. The Colin are out third. Take, taking control on Hank Jensen, working him over briefly before Walker gets back at it. Atomic drop on Vance. He and Tank alternating corner splashes atomic drop puts Hank into Brooks, but it's only a near fall, and we go to break. Back from commercial, Jensen goes for a neck breaker, but Walker counters with a black backslide as we see Frankson watching backstage. Tag to Vance. Big near fall. Hank desperates for a tag, and he gets it. Tank and Hot clobbering guy and throwing them around a cartwheel into a lariat. Nico accidentally chucks Tank into his own partner. Alright. Hank and Tank eliminate the Colin by pinfall. No corner catch crew is out fourth. Tavion Heights with a huge twisted power slam on Legger. No deal. Tag working Tank over. He tags Walker in, and Hank. It's a whirlwind of action. Stinger splash set up on one-handed bulldog action to the floor. Miles Byrne, Miles Byrne takes takes him out with the toe congrol that sends us to break. Back from commercial, Lega is hanging in there as Tavion has slams him a few times and then drops him with a lariat. No one. Miles Warren throws Hank out. Tavion Heights with a fireman's carry. Walker pulls Miles out. Lega grabs Tavion Heights. Alright. It says right here, what? It says Hank and Tank eliminated No Corner Cash Crew with a schoolboy from Tank Legger on Tavion Heights. John Spears and Yoski Anamora are out fifth. Um, Hank Tank Walker Yeah, what else? It says Tank Walker wish withstands the entitled onslaught of Josh Briggs, offers him a free shot and kicks him sidewalk slam into a big splash cover for two. Josh with a boot in the corner. Anamura Yoski Anamura tagging and chops a double team chokeslam backbreaker. Tank breaks it up. Hank holds out and gets one. Hank and Tank wins by pinfall with a small package from Hank Walker on Josh Riggs, becoming the number one contender to the NXT Tag Team Championship. This was a good tag team gauntlet match right here. This was a good match. All right. Backstage, Stevie Turner gave Kylie Armstrong a prep talk before turning to Ava Rain and Robert Stone chatting about the final entering in the women's ladder match. Ava found somebody to round out one last qualifier. Oval Family drives up and Walker into the building, and we go to break right as Big Joseph goes. It is that dark state. Yup. So we come back from commercial break. We get Jada Parker hype reel where she talks about coming up from the streets and being the only homegrown NXT talent in the NXT Women's Championship match at Stand and Deliver. Um, it says Kabi slash Space Arrow lose me the whole you Don't Want Dark State versus D'Angelo Family Parking Lot Brawl, which featured the D'Angelo family powerbombing one guy into a table and put another guy through the wall, and ended with Luca Crushrino going into the hood of a car and Tony D'Angelo showing up with the cops and chewing Stacks out because he struck out on his own. And got in over his head while Tony was getting them a match to solve the Dark State problems once and for all. Now that was cinema. That was a good parking lot brawl. I enjoyed that. It was cinema at the same time. But I like how D'Angelo had to calm down, had to calm everything down. Now that's respect, man. But that was a good parking lot brawl. So I cannot wait to see the D'Angelo family versus Darkseid at NXT Standard Delivery. So I got the D'Angelo family winning over Dark State. That's just my opinion. I'm going to stand on it. Back from commercial, we get a hype reel for Stephanie McCure showing her making media appearance in her native Chile. That's a good reel. I enjoy that hype reel for Stephanie McCure. All right, let's move on. Hank and Tank are interviewed backstage. They spoke about challenging for the tag team titles at NXT Standard Delivery and how they learn who they are, who they aren't. Braxton rolls up to applaud them and says they're looking forward to it. Nathan Frazier says they ran the gauntlet for nothing because they're going to lose and denies them handshakes. Axiom shakes their hands and we cut away. In my opinion, I got Hank and Tank going over Vaxium at NXT Standard Delivery. I'm calling it straight down the middle. Alright. Roxanne Press is being annoying in Aries Rain's office and says she's gonna be her own tag partner, but it was nothing having it. It's not having it. Cora J rolls up to offer her service. Carmen Petrovic makes her way to the ring, makes her entrance to send us to commercial break. Back from commercial break, commentary commentary hypes of the NXT Standard Deliver card. Backstage, Andre Chase is chatting with Kel Dixon and Yura Connors and admits he's scared and what if he ruins their lives like he ruined. All right, let's move on. Thea Hill rolls up and says she didn't ruin her life and he has her blessing to go ahead by bringing Chase U back. The new guy asks if she's back in, but Hill says she's proud to eliminate and says she's got a ladder match to qualify for. Alright. So we get Carmen Petrovic versus Thea Hell, NXT Women's North American Championship, NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match qualifier. This was a quick match, but I'm glad to see Thea Hell back. Thea Hell has been off of television on NXT for quite some time. Trading quick pins from the jump, circling drop down, roll over arm drag from Thea Hill. Carmen Petrovic mounts in offense grounded punches. Thea Hill with a senton flow over. Underhook spin out into a mat slam double waist lock. So the winner of the match by submission, with a double race lock qualifying for the NC Women's North American Championship ladder match, Thea Hill. This was a quick match, and we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Trick One's misses entrance, and he gets on the mic. This was a good face to face off. This was a good segment to end the show. All right, he admits he been thinking about who he is ever since Giovanni was calling him Carmelo Hayes, and he gets it now. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain, and he's alive. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. He's coming to get his back from over family, and for Giovanni that means better luck next year. Oh, enter over family. Alright. He says Trick is the only one left saying whoop that Trick, and he should move on because this will be his last time in the spotlight. Trick once asked if his braids are too tight because the people are still chanting whoop that Trick. Trick runs around the whole world and he's going to help everybody out by taking the title. Then Giovanni never enters. He asks Trick Williams to please shut his you know what up, and he could be tripping, but he seems to have been right about Trick Williams. He come in here week after week after week after week talking about a match he deserves, and he's tired of it. If you're gonna talk about something else, but Trick Williams knows how he feels, so he's dismissed. Giovanni Else moves on the ruler and will recognize Real, and Overfame has been glued to the title since he came to NXT, and it's like he attached success. He's not trying to be a smartest about it, but when he dropped Overfame, and he will hype about it. He will hype about it because it's not a regular regular wrestler. It's over family. Oh, it's over family. It's not if over family main events WrestleMania. It's when he gets drafted. He's supposed to get to Raw or SmackDown, but be grateful. And his problem is that over family walks around and performance sound like it's all revolve around him. But he's be dead. You know what? This kid from North Carolina was supposed to make it to the NXT, but he did. Over Femi thinks he's the favorite, but that's the way he likes it. Over Femi hypes him up and says he had a phenomenal rookie year for 20 years old, and the future isn't here yet. And Over Femi is the present because he has the title. NXT does revolve around him, and he's the top dog. And Giovanni Alves can't handle it because he is a child. Trigon says when they done hugging, they can talk about what matters. Him winning the title back. Giovanni Alves says if they're going to talk about it, how neither of them can touch him because he wrestles circles around both of them, and that's a fact. All right. They team up to clear Giovanni Owens out, and they trade punches. Giovanni Owens comes back, and then again team up to throw him out. Giovanni Owens back in. Springboard Ace Crusher lays out both guys. Did you see how Trick Williams and Noble Family tossed Giovanni Evans out of the ring twice? That's like I'm watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Uncle Phil is tossing out Jazz only one time. All right, let me continue. I tried to put that out for a prime example. And Giovanni Evans holds the NXT. So they team up to clear Giovanni Evans out, and then Trey punches. Giovanni Evans comes back, and they again team up to throw him out. Giovanni Evans back in springboards. Ace Crusher lays out both guys. Giovanni Evans holds the NXT Championship up over their fallen bodies, and that's the show, folks. And I gotta say this one thing. After Giovanni Evans hit that springboard, Ace Crusher, you know that Oval Family is going to retain that, and he's going to retain his NXT champion at NXT Stand and Deliver. Watch out, tell you, and I'm calling it straight down the middle. That Oval Family is going to retain the NXT champion at Stand and Deliver. I'm calling it straight down the middle. And WWE NXT goes off the air. All right, I'm just gonna be real and let me give my honest opinion about WWE NXT. Now, WWE NXT was a good show, and I give it a 9.5 out of 10. If you guys enjoy my WWE NXT review on highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video. Please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content that I do on the channel on this. Um, Make sure you guys go check out my WWE Raw review on highlights I posted on the channel yesterday, because WWE Raw was the average show and I give it a 5 out of 10. And that's all I gotta say. But like I said, thank you guys so much for coming out to my live stream for my WWE NXT watch along live reactions tag team. No one contender tag team gauntlet match, and that's all I gotta say. But this Thursday, I am going to drop my WWE NXT Stand and Deliver preview and predictions. So make sure you guys be on the lookout for that video Thursday. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. And also I will see you guys I'll see you guys tonight for my upcoming world premiere for my WWE NXT review and highlights. Anyway, this your boy. Anyway, I want you guys to have a great. Anyway, this your boy bigbboysnacksjonnytv, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got plenty to go around. Um, this your boy bigbboysnacksjonnytv, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got plenty to go around. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kids, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And make sure you guys run my playlist and run my videos so I can get the watch outs that I deserve, so I become YouTube partner. And that way I can get to that 3,000 watch hours. That way I can get that super chat and that join button at the same time. Cause I've been grinding and I've been staying consistent. Alright, and I'm gonna make a YouTube short video of me and show you guys my thumbnail twice in that 3-minute YouTube short video by itself. So that's all I gotta say. Have a great night, stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.